Hi, welcome to School of Miracles. Today we're talking about triggers. Okay, so Monday, that's the day where we're ready for the week. We feel good. Tuesday, still okay. Wednesday, we feel some triggers. Thursday, it's the tipping point. Miro, what's going on with the energy today?
Well, hello, Kellen. Hello, everybody. This is the Thursday triggers, and I just checked the aspects about Chiron because Chiron right now is making a huge issues, because it went retrograde, and with that, it's making as well the basically bad aspects, actually the square with Venus, which is why do we feel like this? And basically, we're attacked on our Venus point. So everything that it's Venus in our life, which is our self-confidence, which is everything that contains our pleasure in life and what we love, is basically being hit by something or some energy.
So that's like our self-worth then, our personal value, self-worth, how we feel about ourselves.
Exactly. And on another way, we are having the Jupiter being conjunct with that Chiron in Aries, which gives us, the expansion, because Jupiter is all about the expansion. It's all about, of course, the blessings, but still, what kind of blessings are we fighting for? That's the question mark here.
It is a good question. I mean, I woke up to so many messages this morning. I don't know about you. A lot of friends, clients, just generally people asking, what is going on today? I mean, Chiron retro means that a lot of wounds are coming to the surface. We're processing a lot. So, what would you suggest for people? What are we going through right now? How do we navigate into the weekend?
Well, we need map, that's for sure. But if we want to, go to our goals and achieve our goals in our life, which is, of course, behind this blindfold, behind these curtains that it's called Chiron being retrograde, we all need basically just to let go of the things and accept these wounds as some kind of reminder for our next step. So this is more like I know what happened if I went left, so I remember that, then I will go right. So this is just the remembering point for all of us, and yet we are having the echo inside us as a reminder of that pain. So the question right now is that pain from the Chiron just the, imagination, or we do actually feel it?
It's interesting because I found myself this morning a little bit triggered. I'm going to be honest. And, I said to myself, okay, Kelly, you know this energy, you felt it before, get it out of your head. Don't be triggered. I even said to myself, is this me that I'm feeling, or is this energy coming from somewhere else? And so I think that's the really important thing here is that we are looking within ourselves to say, does this belong to me? Is this collective? Is this somebody that we're encountering in our daily lives? Where is this coming from? And how do we navigate? And I say, check yourself very quickly. Don't let those thoughts linger, because we don't want to manifest any of those thoughts that are causing us to feel triggered.
But sometimes what I saw from my perspective is the fact that people get lost in their own mind, because everybody wants to know that, what's the name of it? What's this? What's that? Is this Chiron? Is this collective? It's good to question. It's good to be, curious enough to, just go dig deep a little bit, but it's a little bit. It's not like, let's go and dig some pits or whatever. So what do we need to know, and how do we need to go through that is basically with grounding ourselves, we can actually achieve much more. You can ground yourself with nature. You can ground yourself with semi-precious stone, for example, black tourmaline. I don't recommend the onyx stone, because the onyx is basically the stone that hits us really, really, really hard. But the black tourmaline is really okay as a stone. It's going to give you that grounding a little bit easier than other stones. But yet, what we can do, we can just verbalize. We can say, for example, earth magnet. Say it 3 times, and then you can imagine that in your foot there is a strong magnet that it's keeping you down. Just a thought of that, it's going to instantly switch from your mind, from overthinking, all the way down to grounding. And then you can, you can even program water, you can do whatever you want, but still these wounds are not going to go away and fade away if you turn your head, or if you go straight to them and dig and, open the wounds. Now is the time just to go through these, like the branches or whatever that it wants to scratch you or make new wounds. We need to go through that without making, like huge noise or like sudden moves. So that's the thing.
I almost feel like it's like waves. It's like the ocean. You're going with the waves of the ocean. You're going to have some turbulent waves, and then you're going to have some calm waves. And you're right. We just have to navigate it one wave at a time, one branch at a time. When I started to feel the energy get a little bit wonky last night, I instantly said, I need a salt bath. And that's my suggestion to people, to ground yourself. My escapism is a salt bath. Now you can use Epsom salts, deep Dead Sea salts, and I use, baking soda, apple cider vinegar. You could even use a little bit of instant coffee, not too much, but it can actually like perk you up. It can make you feel a little bit more grounded. I don't advise using any shampoo, any soap, anything that could interfere with your salt. But I would say get into that bath, soak, let yourself feel grounded and detoxed. And not only that, it's great for your hair, great for your skin. You feel better after, you sleep better. I find that it really helps get out of your head. So those are my tips for navigating this kind of energy.
Okay, Kelly. So we will definitely leave that for another, like school of miracles, like the subject that we're going to teach. It's going to call skincare. So
Yeah,
we will definitely give us suggestions about that. But I
absolutely.
wanted to say that this Chiron is actually, because it's in Aries, it's giving us the issues, it's giving us the trouble with anxiety as well. So anxiety is one specific subject that we're definitely going to talk about. But if you want to stop being in anxiety in that mode, there's an interesting method, like all the like the therapist or who is doing the energy work or balancing yourself with how to like basically clean away that anxiety, even if you don't even if you don't have any like Reiki or something like that as the energy. Simple as that is the lemon.
Mhm.
So the taste of the lemon, like when you feel the anxiety, you just bite the lemon. That vitamin C that it contains, it's basically making the shock in our mind, and basically we're just switching into the normal mode. We're not anymore in anxiety. So basically we shocked our body. I mean, this is just a tip for, it's okay to know just in case. But
Mhm.
this Chiron is expanding really fast. It's almost like somebody, like you clean your house and somebody just came over and says, oh, there is this pile of the like the clothes that you need to iron and fold and put it in a wardrobe and things like that. And I'm like, okay, I just clean everything and you like just give me the pile of new clothes.
Yeah.
So we can be frustrated easily, but still being in nature is the one important thing. If you live in a building, if you live in an apartment, if you don't have the piece of grass, you have the YouTube, you can listen to something, the sounds of nature, the sounds of water. And by the way, the most important thing about the Chiron being retrograde in Aries is actually drinking water, because we know that Aries don't drink water. They drink one sip of the water and they're like, I drink it, for so much liters and liters, and yet didn't. Don't lie. So Chiron, because it's on the Aries, the Aries is the first sign. So first 24 hours was the hardest one, but that's the rule for people who is paying attention on themselves. People who does not pay attention on themselves, they're going to have at least 10 days. So instead of having 10 days, like turn on the self-care, drink water. I mean, don't overdo it, but still drink more often
Stay
that water,
hydrated.
because we are cleansing with that. We are basically like washing away all our wounds.
It's interesting because last night I drank so much water. I felt the need to just constantly stay hydrated. And yes, we're having a heat wave in many places around the world right now. So we definitely need that water. We need to stay hydrated, and self-care. Really, that is the key right now. I like the analogy about the laundry, about the clothes, because really, I think it's almost like saying, hey, I've got this pile of laundry that I really should fold, and I really don't feel like it. So I'm just going to kind of leave it. And I think that's sort of the vibe right now, is that, things that are coming to the surface are, I need to take care of that laundry. Or, I need to vacuum under that rug. And we're kind of sweeping away a lot of the stuff that needs to be processed. So this is a time right now, I think, where a lot of the wounds are coming to the surface. It's okay. We're all in this together. It's just a matter of, picking your battles one step at a time, process of arrival. Let's just take it as it comes and not get overwhelmed by all that energy. And it's going to be a little uncomfortable. I understand that, because I mean, Chiron is retro until December, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
But in this period right now, at the beginning, very beginning of this, like, let's call it negative season, but it's not negative, this is more like the trigger. You learned something in school, you have the education, now is the action time. Now you need to show what you learned
Yeah.
in previous period. So for a lot of group of people, everybody will start doing something, renovations, like in a home, in apartments. They were going to at least change the position of the furniture. That's still, I did something. So whatever calms you down, because we know that Aries, and I'm taking the symbolism of Aries, not because this is just for Aries, this is for all of us, but the Chiron is in Aries, which means that Chiron is, as an asteroid, showing the, like, he's representing himself as Aries Chiron. So we know that Aries are like that. They're stubborn. They're like easygoing, like in a way, like, I want this, I will do it. I don't care because it's 3 a.m. I will change the position of my furniture, in 3 a.m. So that's just Aries, but, or
It's
even,
the do first,
just
think later, Aries energy.
exactly.
Yes.
And, they're like, I don't care if the door is 20 centimeters, like, on the left or on the right, I will just, like, basically make like a hole in a wall, because I want to walk through, just right here and right now. And these things, somebody would say that's a negative vibe or negative attitude, or, whatever. But still, from my perspective, that's actually a good thing to do, because we are keeping our mind busy with action. If we're
Yes.
keeping our mind busy just with the thought process, we are going to have even more wounds than before.
Yes. We're going to go down the rabbit hole, as we say. It's curiosity killed the cat. Like, we do need to keep ourselves busy, and make action. I agree with that. So, I mean, this has been a really great talk. I think a lot of people are really interested in how to navigate the next few days. Yeah, it's been a little uncomfortable, but again, I think this is a good thing. And like you said, this is bringing things to the surface, and we're doing better. I would almost describe it as like a redo, in the sense that you know better now. You've been through these phases before. Now it's time to apply what you've learned, and that's the taking action that I think that you're talking about. So I really appreciate the talk, Miro. Thank you so much. And we'll talk
You're
again
welcome.
next Thursday.
Of course.